So the Department of Justice just issued a press release giving us a little nugget, a little kernel, some breadcrumbs regarding its ongoing investigation into the insurrection. So let's follow the breadcrumbs into the new year and try to figure out whether 2022 will in fact be the year of accountability. It's got to be, friends, because justice matters. Hey all, Glenn Kirshner here. So welcome to the year 2022. Of course, 2021 was the year of the big lie, Donald Trump's big lie. 2022 will have to be the year of the big truth and the year of accountability. And the Department of Justice just issued a press release giving us at least a little bit of a hint regarding the status of its investigation into the insurrection. And I want to talk about the new DOJ press release in a minute. But first, you may know that I am an on-air legal analyst for MSNBC and NBC News, and I'm also a columnist for MSNBC Daily. And I was asked to write a year-end piece, sort of where do we stand as 2021 ends and 2022 begins on the legal front, on the justice front. What is the status of the investigation into the Capitol attack? And so I wrote that piece a couple of days ago, and it just went live today on MSNBC Daily. And I will post a link to the piece that I wrote in the description to this video. But here is part of what I wrote in that year in review piece. Title, Is 2022 the year Trump is charged with a crime? And the article reads in part, No discussion of justice is complete without a survey of ongoing criminal prosecutions or the absence thereof. To date, the Justice Department has charged more than 700 people in the attack on the U.S. Capitol on January 6. Though no case has yet gone to trial, many of the defendants have pleaded guilty and received sentences from probation to 41 months in prison. The fate of Trump, however, continues to hang in the balance. If ever America was in need of some accountability, some justice, for what was done to her, it was in the year 2021. We've seen a spasm of national tumult, arguably unrivaled in our nation's history since the Civil War, beginning with a literal attack on the peaceful transfer of presidential power on January 6, and culminating with a Congress on the cusp of subpoenaing its own members in what may or may not end up being a productive exercise in accountability. Now, as I said, I wrote that piece a few days ago, and I think in the early morning hours of the first of the year, DOJ issued a press release. And here is in part how that press release reads. It's titled, 1 Year Since the January 6th Attack on the Capitol. Thursday, January 6, 2020, marks 1 year since the attack on the U.S. Capitol that disrupted a joint session of the U.S. Congress in the process of affirming the presidential election results. Under the continued leadership of the U.S. Attorney's Office for the District of Columbia and the FBI's Washington Field Office, the investigation and prosecution of those responsible for the attack continues to move forward at an unprecedented speed and scale. The Department of Justice's resolve to hold accountable those who committed crimes on January 6, 2021 has not and will not wane. And then among some of the other statistics about those being prosecuted, the Department of Justice said this. At least 275 defendants have been charged with corruptly obstructing, influencing, or impeding an official proceeding or attempting to do so. approximately 40 defendants have been charged with conspiracy, including conspiracy to obstruct a congressional proceeding. Now, we all know that the DOJ, and more specifically the U.S. Attorney's Office for the District of Columbia, should not and will not talk about who they may charge next. I know they won't talk because that was the very office I worked in for nearly quarter of a century as a federal prosecutor, and I never talked about who I would be charging next. But there are some breadcrumbs in the new DOJ press release. So, for example, it says that more than 725 defendants are already charged for the attack on the Capitol on January 6th. Those are the perpetrators. Those are the foot soldiers of the insurrection. And they're caught, dead to rights, right? We saw them do it on video. We caught them as a result of their electronic communications and data. We caught them as a result of their, reckless statements and posts on social media. Those are the foot soldiers of the insurrection. The ones who assaulted officers, breached the Capitol, destroyed property, and hunted for elected officials. But the press release from the Department of Justice says DOJ is determined, quote, to move forward at an unprecedented speed and scale to investigate and prosecute, quote, those responsible for the attack. And that phrase, those responsible for the attack, undeniably conjures up a broader and deeper pool of wrongdoers. The organizers, the planners, the funders, the inciters, those who gathered in the Willard Hotel war room before the insurrection, plotting the overthrow, those who gave the foot soldiers reconnaissance tours of the Capitol the day before the attack, those who gave aid and comfort to the foot soldiers after the insurrection by saying that it was just a normal tourist visit that day, or trying to blame the attack on Antifa. All of those people, those are people responsible for the attack, along with the foot soldiers of the insurrection. So I'm glad the Department of Justice announced that it will hold to account, quote, all of those responsible for the attack. Because justice matters. Friends, as always, thank you for tuning in to these daily Justice Matters videos. As you may know, we are an all-volunteer outfit, up and running 7 days a week, posting a legal analysis video every day. If you would like to support our all-volunteer efforts, our mission, our content, feel free to go over to patreon.com. You can sign up to become a patron. You can join Team Justice proper. You'll get behind-the-scene glimpses of what it is we do here. And I'll send you some Team Justice stickers and a personal handwritten note of thanks. And as always, friends, please stay safe. Please stay tuned. And I look forward to talking with you all again tomorrow.